Hey everybody, it's Daryl back again. Y'all might recognize this hive. This is the hive that I did the splits and stuff on because they were about ready to swarm. Well, I checked it the other day. I did a video on it. I'm not sure if I've got it posted yet or not, but I checked it again. All those queen cells hatched out and I still don't have a queen in this box. I think there was probably 8 or 10 queen cells in there. When I went through it the other day before I brought it home, I didn't see any signs of a laying queen. So what we're going to do is we're going to take that top box off, shake all the bees down into the bottom box, join them all up, and we're going to see if maybe by chance the queen hadn't started laying yet. And hopefully we got a laying queen in here, but I'm thinking that we're not going to have one. But then again, hopefully I'm wrong on that. So I'm going to change the angle of the camera so you can see everything. So here we go. Alright, what I've got is the inner cover laying down here on the floor, on the ground. You don't ever want to take a hive off and set it straight on the ground because you'll get grass and dirt and sand and everything else stuck to the bottom of your hive. So I always try to set it down on something, whether it's on the inner cover or on the top. But what I'm going to do, I've already took one frame out of here before I moved it because I needed it in another box. So we're just going to shake all these bees into this top box. Or the bottom box. Now the way you shake bees off of a frame is you pick it up with these and slam it down with the heel of your thing. It doesn't look like we're doing a whole much, but that actually jars the bees off of the frame. I don't use bee brushes because that's a good way to piss bees off. Some people love bee brushes, but those of us that don't suit up and look like we're going to a bomb squad meeting don't like bee brushes because that really pisses bees off. Now of course you won't get every bee off of the frame doing this. And before it's all said and done, I'll actually smack this this box down onto the inner cover and shake off any of the bees that might be stuck to the side of the box. Just like that. And dump them in there. Now I'm gonna try to seal that off as best I can. Just for the simple fact of the matter is we don't want to start robbing. And there is a little bit of honey or nectar in this box. And if you start robbing, it'd be hard to stop it without shutting everybody down. So that's what we're going to do with that. As a matter of fact, my smoker is trying to go out. I've got grass clippings in it because I mowed the grass over here today and we got plenty of grass clippings, but the bad thing about grass clippings is they don't let the air move too good through your smoker. So what we're going to do now is look for signs of a queen. Of course we know chances are she's not going to be laying on that outside frame. Let me zoom y'all in a little bit more. I know it's probably not going to be the best picture in the world because of the grass, but let me get y'all a little closer so you can at least see a little bit about what's going on. Alright, I stopped it. I know y'all didn't want to see all over that bouncing around stuff. So let's see what we got. We got bees fanning, which don't always mean that there's a queen in there, but first two frames, nothing. Third frame, We've got drone brood or drone cells, but nothing in them. We've got nectar on this one, a little bit of pollen. I know y'all can't see what I'm doing, but I'm trying to get the light right. My eyes are still good enough I can see an egg in the bottom of the cells, if there is one. This frame's got lots of pollen. Lots of pollen there. I think we got a laying worker in this one because we got a lot of drone brood. So what we're going to have to do is shake all these bees out of this hive. Yeah, we got a laying worker. So what we'll do, I'm going to take this hive and shake all the bees out of it. And what happens with that is hopefully the laying worker don't make it back to the hive, and you can put a new frame of brood in there and let them requeen themselves, which is what we're going to do. I'll back the camera up so you can see all what I'm doing. So let's try and see what we can do with that. So stick around. Alright, what we're going to do, I'm going to move that box out of the way. That's the one we took off the top, and I'm going to go out as far as I can and shake these bees out. And hopefully we'll be able to catch it on camera, the bees coming back. Let's see here. Let me double check, make sure these last 3 frames ain't got nothing else on them. Nope. I'm going to have to carry something. I'm going to actually take this whole entire box out there and shake them off out there. I'm going to take this box that I got from the top and put it in place of where this one's at. That way I'll make sure I get every bee shaken out of this thing, because you don't even want one bee left in this hive, because be my luck, it'll be the laying worker. So I'm going to take the inner cover, put it out there to put the box on, and I'm going to take the telescoping cover and put it out here too to put the frames on. Let's see here. So all I'm doing right here is just taking the frames out of this box and stacking them on this inner cover, because we don't want the frames to get on the dirt. Shake all the bees out of it. just like that. And I'm going to put this box where the other box is at. Take all these bees right here, bring them over here and take them home. Put that back, put the empty box back that we got right here. Put a frame or two. Well, I'm going to put these frames that are in this box back in here. No, I'm going to take these frames right here and put in here. Put the frames that ain't been drawed out on the outside edges. I'll probably take a couple frames out of that box there and put in here just because they got more pollen and nectar in the bottom box than they do the top. I'll save enough room in this bottom box for three out of the ones out of the other box. So there we go with that. Now I'm going to take the other box out here and shake the bees out of it. Hopefully the camera will be able to pick up the bees actually coming back to the hive. Now what we got over here is a big old pile of bees on the ground, as you can see. And what we'll do, just slowly let them find their way back to the hive. And that's how you deal with a hive that has a laying worker on it. Now, I know you probably can't tell from the video, but right there is where the worker, well, right there is where I shook the bees off at, and that's how far it is from the hive. I'd say it's a good probably 40 yards. I'm hoping that this won't start a robbing frenzy just because these bees are so close, but I've never had them start robbing because of this, but there's always a first time for everything. So that's what we're doing with that. Bees on the ground, that's where we're trying to get them to go back to. Hopefully the laying worker stays over here. Now what I'm doing, there's a couple frames in there that's got a lot of pollen in it and some nectar stores. I'm going to bring them back over here because when we put another frame in here with eggs and larvae, you need a lot of pollen for them to be able to feed the queen cells like they need to be. So I'd rather have a whole bunch of pollen in here than a whole bunch of capped honey. You do want nectar and honey in here, but I'd rather have the pollen in it at this point in the stage. I'm going to try to keep all this drone brood out I can, but there's too much pollen and nectar on that, or pollen and nectar on that frame to leave it out. Now we got 10 full frames in here. I'm going to put the top on it, the inner cover, and close it back up. Let the bees migrate back over here where they need to be at. Give it about a day, and we're going to throw a frame of eggs and larvae in this box and let them requeen themselves. Now some of you might be asking, what did the 5-frame nuke have to do with this situation? I just used it as a frame prop. That way I didn't get a whole bunch of grass and everything else in the thing in that this frame. So there we go. That's how I deal with a hive that is queenless and has a laying worker. Everybody's got their own way of doing it. That's just the way I do it. Is there better ways out there? Probably. But that's the way I do it. And I found that is the best way for me to do it. So, hope everybody's learning from these. If you had the option of buying a queen or making a queen or had queens on storage, you could put one in a queen cage, put it in here for a couple days, and let them go from that. Kind of like what you would do if you had if you bought a package. You want to leave that queen in that cage for a good 3 days, and then let them let her out. That's always an option, but I don't have any queens, and it's kind of late in the season. Some people may have queens available this time of year, but nobody here local. So hope you're enjoying the videos. Hope you're learning from them. Any questions, just put them in the comments below. Please like and subscribe. If you've got if you're even thinking about getting into beekeeping, you know, do all the research you can before you get them. So I think that's it. That's all I got to add to this video. I'll be doing some updates on this when I go to put the frame in with the eggs and larvae. I'll do a little short video on it and show y'all how or what I look for on a frame that I'm going to put in there for them to do queen cells out of. So hope everybody's doing good. And as always, we'll see you on the next one.